What's up, awesome family? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Welcome back to another lit video. Not today, I'm coming with y'all with a reaction video episode 19. I think we're on right now, 17 or 18. I don't know, but today I'm coming with y'all back with another reaction video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction video. Make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Join the family because y'all already know we the littest in the game. And without further ado, I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. Just make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want more daily uploads from me, because I upload daily now. So make sure to hit that post notification bell. When you hit it, click all. And without further ado, let's get on with this video. Oh, grab your blankets. Gas station store.
In the summer of 2017, at around 8:30 p.m., I suddenly remembered that I needed to put some gas in my car. Finishing the last paragraph of my essay, I called my parents to let them know that I would be gone for a few minutes, but that I was coming straight back. The gas station was about 10 minutes from my house, so I would have been back in about 20 minutes or so. I grabbed my keys and left without another word. After 10 minutes of driving, I arrived at the gas station and pulled up to the nearest pump. As I started pumping gas into my car, an old beat-up pickup truck appeared in the corner of my eye. I turned my head.
Okay, so this is the thing. When you at a gas station and you see a truck that you do not know, count to 60. No, actually count to 62 times. If they still there, I don't care how much gas you was pumping. Run! I don't care. Run! What is stopping you from running? I said running. From running. You got legs. Use them. Use them. Use them in the correct way. Like you in the jungle being Tarzan. Beat on your chest and then run in the car. Be like, boom. And then you just hit that. You hit that gas and you out of there. Yeah. All right, let go. Why her nose look so big in them shots though? Like when she was in the car, I was about to pause it, but I was like, no. She was like her head was indulged in her neck. That is some. I feel bad. I'm not even gonna make fun of her. She looked like a woolly mammoth, but I'm not even gonna make fun of her, bro. Let's get on with this. Oh, today I got two though. Two, not one, but two.
To look, and noticed two dark figures just sitting there. I couldn't make out any distinguishing features, but they seemed to be talking while checking out the place. I brushed it off and finished filling my tank. Before I got back into my car, I decided to run into the building.
She loaded. She got a full tank Honda Civic Red Edition. She loaded with the money. She loaded. She probably don't use the regular. She probably use the unleaded. I don't know what's the difference. I really don't.
Grabbed some snacks for my boyfriend. I then walked inside and quickly picked out some items.
Hold up, you got a boyfriend? Let's name him Bob. Her name is Karen, and the other one is Bob. Yeah.
Just as I was done making my purchase, two men wearing jeans with black hoodies burst into the store, guns drawn. Both of them appeared to be in their mid-20s and fairly built. "Everybody get on the ground!" the first man shouted. The cashier and everyone else in the store immediately obeyed his orders. There was a few panicked whispers until one of the men shouted at them to shut up. I felt my heart pick up its pace, and my blood ran cold. These men were about to rob this place and possibly shoot.
How your blood run cold and you're warm-blooded? It's not possible. How do your blood run cold and you're warm-blooded? You're warm. It's something we don't know about her. She might be a reptilian for all we know. Oh my God. Justin Bieber coming back as a reptilian again. Oh my God, bro.
Up the customers or the cashier. I prayed silently to myself that no one would be killed or seriously injured. One of the men grabbed my hair. "You, stand," he commanded.
Hold up, if you grab my hair, that's the end. I don't care if you got a gun or not. I'm finna go out. I'm not about to go out without putting my hands on you. You can bop after. But once I get my first good, clean hit, I'm good. I'm calm. I'm calm. Trust me, I'm calm. But I can be psycho. But I'm calm. I can go there. Trust me, I can go there.
Fearing for my life, I did as he ordered. Almost immediately, I felt an arm snake around my wrist and take hold. I would have elbowed him, stomped his foot, or attempted to punch his face, but I was so paralyzed in fear to think or do anything. The worst part, I felt a gun aiming at the back of my head. I tried squirming away from the man's grip, but he just held me tighter and hissed at me. "Stay still, sweetheart, and no one gets hurt." The other man shouted at the cashier. "Hand over the cash, or you're gonna be scraping this bitch's brains off the wall." I had no connection with the cashier in any way, except for just being a customer at the store.
Hold up, now we calling people female dogs? We calling people female dogs? Shout out to Old Navy for giving me this good Hawaii shirt. But we calling people female dogs now? What's wrong? What is wrong? Y'all not even supposed to be that close touching. You with the gun about to die from coronavirus. You're not supposed to be that close. You're supposed to be 6 feet away. 3 + 3 is 6. 3 × 3 is 9.
But I could tell from the look in his eyes that he wanted to protect me in any way he could. He was an older guy, possibly in his 60s, with glasses on his face. I knew that he had no choice but to comply with their demands. He hastily unlocked the register. As he was handing over the cash, I felt the barrel of the gun press against the side of my head, and I nearly started to freak out. I restrained myself and just started.
Really? You nearly started to freak out? You nearly started to freak out? You nearly started to freak out. Bro, this story just got a whole bunch of turns. I bet y'all thought I was finna scream. But this story just got a whole bunch of turns and everything. Shoot. I'll call out SpongeBob and he'll be like, well, use your imagination to get out this situation.
To tear up a little. My throat burned from holding it back, all for the sake of keeping myself alive for as long as possible. Once every last dollar bill was in the man's hands, sirens blared from outside. The man then stuffed the money into a backpack, then punched out the cashier. I was then thrown to the side, my stomach and arm hitting the edge of the counter before I fell onto the floor. As soon as the two men ran outside, they were surrounded by police. Within seconds, they were tackled to the ground and handcuffed. I was still catching my breath, but I was more concerned about the cashier. I pulled myself up and peeked over the counter. For the most part, he seemed okay, although I could see his right eye was turning black. His glasses laid broken on the floor. "Are you all right, sir?" I weakly asked him. My stomach.
Did she really just ask him, is he all right? You saw the man get punched out. You saw the man fall to the ground. You see the man's eyes are turning black. Does he look alright to you? Really, does he look alright to you? That's like somebody asking you, is you alright? Because you just had a gun pointed at your head. Is you alright? Are you? Answer the question, Karen. Are you? Okay, Karen. Oh, whatever you say.
Hurting. I'm a little blind at the moment, but I'll be okay, he responded. Is everyone all right? A familiar voice asked. One of the cops, who was also very good friends with my father, had entered the store. Just us two might need some attention, I said. The officer turned towards us. He immediately recognized me and asked if I was okay. The cashier and I told him everything, as other cops eventually came in and questioned the other customers. It turns out that a customer had sneaked into the bathroom and called 911 without the robbers noticing. Once the questioning had finished, I just couldn't hold it in anymore. I burst into tears, not because I was in pain, but because I had just endured the scariest moment of my life. I just wanted to get home and put an ice pack on my stomach. The cashier was rushed out of the store on a stretcher. Do you need any medical attention? The officer asked.
She should have said yes, because you just asked the cashier, is he alright? And you saw everything that was wrong with him. Everything.
I shook my head and cried, I just want to go home. As I walked out of the store, I noticed a few cops investigating the truck I had seen earlier. And then it clicked in my head. That vehicle belonged to the two men. They had been scoping out the place, waiting for the right time to strike. And I was pretty sure that I was the first person they saw to use as bait. A police car followed me home that night. I then made a promise to myself that I would never go certain places at night ever again.
Story number 2, Restaurant Horror Story. Tune in, it's getting juicy. I'm not going to pause a lot this time. Probably like 3 or 4 times.
This story isn't about me, but a coworker I work with. I work at a TGI Fridays as a waiter. There's this one girl I work with. We'll call her Beth. Beth was a nice girl. If I had to rate her, which I usually don't because every guy has a different taste and beauty is in the eye of the beholder, on a scale of 10, she was a good 7 or 8. So it was pretty obvious she was going to get a lot of attention from our customers. However, when I would greet our customers at the door and show them to our table, there was this one guy who would always ask for Beth. At first, I was okay with it because the customer is always right. And also because there were customers who would prefer me over other waiters as well. So I went to get Beth and she waited him. This was normal. For the first few days, he would come back around the same time for lunch, and I found this normal too, because many people have their favorite places where they eat lunch. After a while, the other waiters and waitresses and I began teasing her about her new boyfriend. Beth would wait on him like she always did, but now he would come in more than once a day. Beth began to feel uncomfortable with it. She would tell me how he would try to make small talk and flirt with her, and even gave her his phone number.
Tell the manager.
I laughed because it was funny as hell. The whole conversation went over my head.
Watch your profanity. Did you say that was funny? Hold on, we gonna see if it's funny. Watch this. That attitude gonna turn real quick.
I told her to just ignore it and take advantage of it because he was giving her pretty hefty tips every time. That was bad advice on my part because she took it, and it only got worse. After a couple of months, I got a new work schedule because I had more free time and was able to work more. I began to work from 6 to closing time, which was around 2 a.m. It was probably the best work schedule I ever had because most of the people I talked to at work worked those same hours, including Beth, who also worked from 6 to close, Also because usually after 12 a.m., no one showed up, and the manager would either close early or we would just hang out and eat free food until closing time. So closing was fun. But one of our co-workers noticed that there was always a dude waiting outside near a 7-Eleven every day, and sometimes he would be in this blue Civic. Beth, a couple of waiters, and I knew who he was right away, and we filled each other in on who he was.
What is wrong with her nose? Her nostrils is like this. Both of them. Her nostrils like this. I don't know.
Needless to say, Beth was really scared at this point. Being friends, we decided to help out in any way possible. The days where she didn't have a car, I or someone else would offer to drive her home. The days where she did, one of us would walk her to her car, and man, that was the right thing to do. One day when I was walking to my car, this guy came up to me. He introduced himself and asked me a couple of questions. One was if there was a job available. I told him how to apply, and that I would tell him if there was a spot open.
Whether you like it or not, bad things happen to good people. It's no one's fault. Stuff just happens. At Car Direct USA, we know
open. The other question, however, set off a red flag in my head. He asked me if Beth had a boyfriend and began talking about her and how gorgeous she was and how he wanted to get to know her, etc.
I thought it was funny.
I laughed and told him, a girl like her probably has a lot of suitors waiting, and she already has one. Not the best response. I texted her about my encounter, and that only contributed to her fear. It got worse. One day she forgot to ask somebody to walk with her to her car, and she went alone. But I ended up following behind, just in case something happened. I followed about 10 steps behind. I watched her get into her car. As I got into my car, I noticed out of the corner of my eye, the blue Civic. She pulled out of the parking lot and everything seemed normal. But he pulled out and started following her, and so did I.
What did you do, investigator, anyway? You need to speed to catch up to her. If you're gonna investigate, do it right.
I followed far behind so that he wouldn't notice me. The stalker followed her all the way to her house. I texted her to tell her to take the extra long way home because she was being followed, and so that I could end up at her house first. She did, and when she pulled up and saw the blue Civic passed by, she was in tears. She hugged me and thanked me for saving her life. I went back to my car and stayed for 30 minutes, just in case, but the guy never came back. My friend Beth still works at TGI Fridays, but not at 6 to close anymore. And the creepy guy stopped showing up after a while too, and I can only hope it stays that way.
I ain't got nothing else really to say about that story, but if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a big fat like on this video. Make sure to let's try to get this video to 25 likes in under 2 weeks. Okay, 25 likes in under 2 weeks. And if you guys enjoyed this video, also make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. And yeah, in the meantime, you know what to do. Stay awesome, be awesome, embrace awesome, and live awesome. Peace. I love each and every one of you guys, and I'm out.